Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly forecast for May 24th through the 30th. This is going to be kind of like more than just for the week ahead because we've got the eclipse, the lunar eclipse happening on the 26th. And typically when there's eclipses, the energy can be around us for about 6 months. And this specific lunar eclipse is going to be about letting go of what no longer serves us and releasing limited beliefs. So we're in for some big changes. So we're going to see how those energies are going to be affecting Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and see what might start shifting this week and what might be hanging around you guys as a theme or as a chapter or cycle over the next 6 months. So let's connect here and see what's coming up for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like we need one more shuffle. All right, there we are, my darlings. Let's get right on into it. And so the first card here is the Knight of Swords. Now, Knight of Swords, first and foremost, if you guys are used to watching tarot readings, especially if you're new to my channel, you're going to be very used to the court cards coming up and being about other people. And that can be the case, right? Traditionally, court cards, like, for example, Knight of Swords could be an argumentative or know-it-all kind of air sign person. So air signs would be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. However, in the weekly forecasts on my channel, I like to focus on you and your energy. I like to make it about you. Once a month, I do a love reading, and I look more into like other people that might be affecting the situation, and those are usually linked in the description. But we're going to look at this as how the Knight of Swords might be you or your characteristics or energy affecting your situation. Now, some of you could be dealing with an air sign person, and that can be an aspect. But Knight of Swords can also come up in a reading when something is all of a sudden getting sped up. It's getting expedited, right? Like all of a sudden something got ramped up, went into full gear. Sometimes I see the Knight of Swords come up when things have to happen quickly and you're being kind of, I don't know if I want to say forced, but circumstances might align in a way where you weren't going to do something yet, but now you have to do it now. Okay, so this could be, don't freak out, don't panic if this happens, Leo. Because some of you might be like, oh my gosh, like I have the worst luck. I was going to do this, but I wasn't going to do it yet. And now it's happening now. Man, like you're frustrated or you're upset. But keep in mind, the whole kind of energy that we're coming into is releasing the energy that's been holding us back or the things that have been slowing us down. So there's going to be something removed from your life, Leo, that's going to like fling you fast forward into like, moving along. For some reason, and I know this might sound weird, for some reason, for some of you guys, I feel like it's gonna be all of a sudden you're gonna have let me put you on pause for a second while I try to think of the word here. Unexpected expense, like a financial expense, not something that's gonna ruin you or destroy you, but I feel like you've been putting something off. Like you've been putting off getting a new phone, or you've been putting off getting a new computer for work, or you've been putting off making some kind of a move, or getting something in your house, furniture or a bed, whatever. I feel like something is happening where you're having to replace it a lot sooner than you expected. And it might seem insignificant to you, and it might seem like you're kind of annoyed that you have to do this now and that you can't put it off later. But you have to remember that physical objects retain energy. And I feel some of you, there's people you shouldn't be talking to anymore, or that shouldn't have access to you anymore. And I feel some of you, you might have something full on happen to your phone where you not only lose the phone, but you lose all the contacts. And you're like, oh man, like I don't know how to get a hold of that person now, or I don't know how to reach that person now. Something like that. Or objects that retain energy, right? Maybe it's a bed that somebody gave to you and that person has really low vibrational energy. or it's a bed that you shared with an ex or something, right? And that energy is still kind of like lingering. So even though it might seem insignificant that you have to replace an item or an object, there's something bigger happening energetically. And I feel this is something that many of you have been putting off. You're like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I have bigger expenses right now, or let me save money. But I feel for some of you, it's actually replacing an item. For other ones of you, it's putting some future plans into fast forward. Like maybe you were putting off doing something and now you're like, oh man, now I have to do it now. Now I have to take those steps now. So I kind of feel like things are being fast forwarded for you. Your next card here, Leo, is the King of Cups. And again, traditionally speaking, this could be water sign energy. This could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces in the mix affecting a situation. I know a lot of you are used to watching tarot readings around love, and so you guys see King of Cups and you automatically are like, oh, husband, getting married, husband energy, father energy. And that can be the case. Maybe some of you are manifesting that, or you're healing a relationship with a husband or a father. But keep in mind, like I said, I want to focus on you and how these might be coming to the forefront for some of you guys, these characteristics and these energies. King of Cups can indicate sometimes a time of abundance, but being wise with your generosity and being wise with how much you're doing for others. Okay? The King of Cups can be very generous, but he's nobody's fool. And he's not going to be taken advantage of. And if he's being kind and if he's helping somebody, there are certain expectations, there's certain respect that needs to be given. Okay? And so you guys, Leo, have had this ongoing theme in a lot of the weekly forecasts that have come up over the past few months, where you guys have been balancing your generosity, and that some of you have been like, you've gotten burned because your love language, and when I say love language, I don't only mean in terms of romance, I mean in terms of friendships and family, the way that you have expressed appreciation or that you care about somebody has been through gifts, being financially generous and doing kind things for them, which is actually a kind of like a classic Leo trait. You know, like Leos can express their appreciation or that they like you or they care about you by being generous, by giving gifts. And so a lot of you are balancing that. But what I feel like the King of Cups is coming in for you guys, a lot of you, because this has been an ongoing theme, you've already mastered that. Like you've already kind of learned the lesson that some people take advantage of your generous spirit, and you've already been more careful and more cautious when you're giving, who you're being generous to, how generous you're being. You've already gotten that balanced, and now I feel like the next half of the manifestation is happening for a lot of you Leos, where over the next 6 months you're beginning to attract King of Cups kind of energy in your life with people who are generous towards you, people who are giving towards you. Okay? Some of you feel like you've had a really lucky break. This Knight of Swords is coming in for you guys with a massive gain. Like it feels like some kind of a miracle to you. Somebody came in and gave you an opportunity, or is helping you get certain equipment or funds for like some kind of class or training, and they're telling you, look, don't worry about it. You'll get me when you can get me. You know, you just do what you need to do. Some of you are having like a miraculous generosity coming in, and I feel over the next 6 months something is happening where you're going to be able to step into the King of Cups energy yourself and do something very kind as a thank you to this person. So I kind of feel like you're able to give back. Somebody is helping you get set up in a way where you can give back in the future. The next card here, Leo, is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we have a lot of court cards here. A lot of court cards. So for me to have so many court cards coming in back to back, it can express to me like some of you are really starting to clean house in your life with your relationships, and it can be family members, coworkers, friendships, lovers, partners, everybody. Nobody's getting away from Leo right now. And so it doesn't have to be like scorched earth, burning bridges. Obviously, some of you might be dealing with more toxic people, and some of you may be doing that. But I feel, Leo, that you're just in this energy where you're like, you know, if this person's going to be in my life, there needs to be some changes here, or I really don't like the dynamic with this person. And so I feel like you're addressing the elephants in the room with different people in your life, is the best way that I can word it. With all these different court cards coming in back to back, I feel like you're looking at each person in your life and you're like, okay, how is this affecting me negatively? How is this draining me? What would I like to straighten out with this person? And you're addressing it. You're addressing it. You're not just gonna ignore the elephants in the room anymore with certain people in your life. This can also be characteristics and traits within yourself where you're becoming more balanced. I feel some of you Leos, because of the experiences that you've had, you've kind of shut down, or you've kind of like withdrawn a bit, and you feel like you've been really monotone, like you feel like you've been really one tone, and you're exploring different aspects of yourself, different facets of yourself, different strengths, different abilities, interests, talents. You're exploring all these different parts of yourself, and you're learning more about yourself. Now, the Queen of Pentacles sometimes comes up for me to give some kind of confirmation, like Spirit is trying to tell you, don't worry about your home life, or don't worry about your living situation, because it's going to fall into place, or something is manifesting for you in terms of like a comfortable living environment or comfortable living circumstance. She sometimes comes up in my readings to give a confirmation that yes, there's going to be like purchasing of property, like actually purchasing a home or purchasing land, something that you might be working towards or manifesting. Another super duper important message that Queen of Cups seems to bring, Queen of Pentacles seems to bring into my readings, is the importance of creating a sense of sanctuary in your present environment, as well as physical self-care. If you can do that, it's going to speed up your manifestation, it's going to speed up your healing, and it's going to speed up your unblocking process. Okay? So when I say a sense of sanctuary, this can be challenging, right? Especially if you're in an environment where you're sharing with other people, or you have neighbors or people who are like, their noise and their stuff is pouring into your space. But whatever that you can do to create a sense of sanctuary. Maybe some of you are playing around with some makeshift soundproofing or something to keep noise out, or if you're living in a space where you're sharing with other people. One example that I gave, when I was living in an environment where I had to share with other people and they were always in my face, like every second I left my room, I would just walk around with earbuds, and eventually they'd be like, oh, she can't hear us, she's got her music in her ears. And they started to just kind of give up on me and leave me alone. And it was so blissful. I could go get my coffee. I could sit down and have my dinner, wash my dishes, go back into my room. It was fantastic. Okay. So you're going to start to create little kind of divisions, little kind of space for you, right? Begin to get clear clutter. Remember how I talked about how physical objects hold energy? A lot of you are going to do cleansing and clearing by going through your stuff and clearing away clutter, right? If you haven't used it in a long time, donate it, right? If it's broken and it can't be fixed, throw it away. Donate it, give it away, throw it away, whatever needs to be done with it. If it's something that reminds you of a person or a certain period in your life that makes you sad, go ahead and donate and give it away. Okay, one time I went through a breakup with a really toxic person, and one of the things I did to cleanse it was I got rid of all of my like going out clothes. I'm like, nope, I wore this with this person. I don't want to think about them. I'm gonna get rid of it, right? I didn't get I donated it, right? Like I gave it to Goodwill, but I didn't like throw it away or burn it or anything. But if there's some things you want to do that, just use precaution, follow fire safety rules if you're going to go to that extreme. But make sure that you're just kind of going through and getting rid of the old energy, getting rid of the old life, organizing, putting things neatly. Some of you are like, well, I want to hurry up and manifest a move, so I don't want to get comfortable where I'm at. And Spirit is saying you have to create the sense of sanctuary where you are now to rise up to a higher level of sanctuary or a more comfortable place. You have to be in comfort to manifest comfort. So you don't have to invest a ton of money into it. You don't have to put money into remodeling a place. You don't have to get new furniture. You don't have to buy a bunch of new stuff, but clear the space, get it organized, and make it comfortable for you. Make it as comfortable and as pleasing to the eye as possible without breaking the bank, without investing more than you need to invest into it. Also, creating a routine, creating a sense of luxury in your life, making sure you're getting enough sleep, making sure you're eating good food that's healthy, that has vitamins, but also that you enjoy. Don't say, well, I got to do physical self care and I got to make sure I'm eating healthy. And oh my gosh, I cannot stand broccoli. Broccoli makes me gag. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever had. But you know what? I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy a bunch of broccoli and I'm going to eat broccoli, lunch and dinner every single day with my meal. No, don't do. If it makes you gag, don't. There's so many other healthy things that you can have. Maybe you like strawberries, maybe you like spinach, maybe you like salads, right? So don't punish yourself. When you think of, oh, I have to do healthy or I have to do this, or do it in a way that you enjoy. Create a morning routine. Most people have coffee or tea when they wake up. Wake up a little bit early. Have a little morning playlist on. Sit down and enjoy your coffee. Look out the window. Sit in a comfy chair. Listen to your music. Do your journaling. Watch something that makes you laugh. Enjoy that moment. Those are little things that you can do that don't require you to spend money. That's going to create luxury in your life. And then you're going to be able to manifest that more abundance in your life. So Queen of Pentacles comes up with those messages for me. Your next card here, Leo, is the Hanged Man. Okay, another big card here. This is Major Arcana card. A lot of people get super upset when they see the Hanged Man, but it's actually a pretty big message that is positive that sometimes we miss. One more thing before I move on here, Leo. I keep having to pause the video because I don't know what it is about doing your reading. I am getting so thirsty, and it's not just from talking, because I talk in all the videos. So there could be something in Leo energy right now that you guys have to be hydrated. It could be because you're doing so much clearing and so much shifting. Hydration is really important when we're clearing energy. So I'm just gonna say, make sure that you're on your water game, Leo, because I keep having to stop, and my throat, my mouth is so dry. So make sure that you're hydrating as you're going through these energetic shifts. So back to the Major Arcana cards here. Major Arcana cards are going to come up when we're coming into a significant chapter of our life. We're coming into a significant crossroads. And these are the times that our angels and guides are around us. And they're helping us through the transition. And they're guiding us. The Hanged Man is super important. I know traditionally we see the Hanged Man and we're like, oh, nothing's happening. Nothing's moving forward. Everything sucks. Everything's boring. Nothing's changing. That's not what the Hanged Man is about. The Hanged Man is like when there's some kind of divine intervention happening where our guides, our angels, the universe is putting us on pause for a second. We're getting a little bit of a timeout, not as a punishment, not to punish you, but because there's going to be a massive shift. And Spirit is trying to say, Leo, there's something here you're not seeing. There's something here you're pursuing, and you think it's going to make you happy, but it's not. And we're trying to give you time to shift what you're manifesting. We have to respect your free will. We have to respond with the energy you're putting out, and we have to respond and accept your free will manifesting. But we also kind of know that this isn't really what you want, so we're kind of hoping that you're going to be able to see that or catch that. And the example that I always give is somebody who maybe they were not appreciated in their life, or they didn't have loving people around them. So then they were like, oh, well, when I grow up, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be a famous celebrity, and I'm going to, bring people joy and with my work, and they're going to love me, and I'm going to never be alone. And then we see celebrities are miserable. A lot of celebrities are miserable because they're so used to people using them and taking advantage of them. It's a very lonely life. They fall into substance issues and all kinds of things, and have like 50 divorces, and so you think it's going to bring you one thing, but it doesn't. And so the hangman sometimes comes up to say you're manifesting on some old ideologies. Keep in mind, the eclipse energy that's coming in is helping us release anything that's been holding us back, anything that's been blocking us, and clearing away limited thinking. So some of you Leos are manifesting with the old limited thinking. Now that the new unlimited thinking is coming in, revisit what you're manifesting. Revisit some of your goals, because this Knight of Swords energy is coming to speed things up. Things are going to start happening for you very quickly. So this is the time to double check your order. Double check what you're putting out there into the universe. Cross your T's, dot your I's. Double check here what you're putting out. That's what the hangman is asking you to do. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than others. They may bring in a little extra energy that might be helpful for some of you, extra information. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I am getting caught up on private readings. I'm a little behind right now, guys. As soon as I get caught up on the private readings, and then the videos will also not be posted the week of, but earlier, the YouTube videos. And I'll get the podcasts up again. I'm working on getting back on routine, back on schedule. A lot's been going on, but I appreciate you all for your patience, your understanding, your continued love and support. It means more than you realize. I love you guys. Take care, my dears.